Good morning, English 11 Honors. I wanted to give you guys another opportunity to do an apostrophes practice. So this would be, today you're going to get the opportunity to do apostrophes practice number 2. You did number 1 last week, and I know some of you would like to improve your score. So this is that assignment from last week, and I just wanted to talk about a couple of problems that were on there, and then give you some guidance as you move forward today. So make sure if your sentence is involving a possessive pronoun to know that you don't have to have an apostrophe anytime that you have that possessive pronoun because it's already possessive. So it is hers would not need an apostrophe. So that second answer would be the correct one. The other thing for you to remember is looking at who is owning something, looking at that noun that is actually showing the possession. So in number 2, that would be women. And this is one where it's an irregular noun. When we make the plural form, it's going to go from woman to women. So women is already plural. Women's is not the plural form. It's just women. So we would want to add apostrophe S to that. So words like men, women, children. Okay, the word itself is already plural, but it doesn't end in S, so we're going to add an apostrophe S to make it possessive. Number 3 is pretty straightforward as far as hopefully we know that boys is plural, but the sentence is saying that boy, so we know that it should be singular. Okay. So the way they're giving it to us would make us think that it's plural, but when you look at the rest of the sentence, you know that it's that boy, so one boy. So the third answer would have been correct because we just have singular boy. We want to make it possessive. We're going to add apostrophe S. Whereas in the next one, we have many leaves. So we know leaves is plural, and it ends in S, as most nouns, when we make them plural, end in S. And so if it already has the S, you can just add the apostrophe after it. So this one actually is correct as is. Okay, so those are some of the ones that you had done before. Today, what you're going to do, and I would encourage you to read back over the description and explanation that I'm giving you here. Today you're going to be looking at where it's going to be a phrase. So this would be like the more formal way that we would say somebody owns something. It's the party of Juan and Geraldo. Okay, that's pretty formal sounding. So that's not how we say it. We flip the word order. Okay, so we end up with Juan and Geraldo's party. So we have to decide who's getting the, who's going to get the apostrophe there. So let's go back up here to this example where we have the bikes of Jane and Mia. Okay, so bikes is plural, there's more than one bike, and we have 2 people. So we have to decide, are they owning it together or are they owning it separately? So since there's bikes, plural, each of them is going to own the bike. So Jane's and Mia's bikes, they each are going to get possession there, so they each get an apostrophe. But if we said that it was the project of Jane and Mia, they're owning it together, so it's going to be Jane and Mia's project. So the person's name who is closest to that noun that they're owning is the person who's going to get that apostrophe to show possession. So remember that as you're going through. Also, you're going to, in the page that I've created for this in Schoology, I have copied pictures of the grammar book that we would use if we were in person. And one of those things that I especially want you to pay attention to is on this page where you have the possessive personal pronouns box. So remember, none of those words need an apostrophe because they're already possessive. You have the indefinite pronouns down here. They are singular, so they just get apostrophe S added unless they have the word else after them. And as you read through those notes, you'll see that special circumstance. So we wouldn't say it's nobody's else. We would say it's nobody else's with an apostrophe on the else. So just read carefully through the information that I've given you, read through the rules and the examples, and I think that you will be more successful on this practice today. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me. And remember, in the week 2 folder, I did do a video with rules there and more examples if you want to see that as well. So have a happy Friday.